Let me have your take on the story on the MPC meeting that ought to have taken place. It ought to take place yesterday, but interestingly, it didn't happen. It was postponed. And this will be the second time this crucial meeting will be postponed. You know, a lot of people are expecting yesterday. Investors were apprehensive to see what the figures will look like, if they're going to change it, if they're going to maintain it. But it also is of the opinion that perhaps the CBN governor needs more time to learn the rope. What's your take on this, sir?
I don't think there's nothing more critical than an MPC meeting that has been postponed for the second time. The reason advanced by the Corporate Communication Unit of the Central Bank is that the CIBN conference is taking place, therefore there's a need to postpone that. I don't think that is a justifiable reason. The last time the MCP meeting was held, inflation rate was about 18.75%, and as we speak, we're talking about 27 point something percent in terms of inflation. These are very critical and challenging moments for the country. And I think the CBN as an institution need to put itself together to respond to the interest rate, the rate of inflation, and the critical challenges that are facing the business environment in Nigeria at this particular point in time. I think there are already institutional framework within the CBN Act that provide for the meeting. So there's no excuse in terms of the CBN governor trying to postpone or try to understudy the system. I think we have challenges on our hands, and we need to respond to the issues of inflation, particularly food inflation, and the interest rate that has jumped above the rooftop, and the ease of doing business is becoming more challenging for Nigerians. So they need to address interest rate, food inflation, and the rate of inflation, which is at about 27.73% as we speak. And when they met last in July, the inflation rate was about 18.75%. So these are critical issues that they need to quickly resolve going forward.
All right, you know, we're at a critical time, you know, called the Ember months, where a lot of economic and social activities will be at the peak. And interestingly, the year is running out. What will you expect of the CBN governor at this crucial time, you know, because the CBN governor is in position, or the CBN is in position to provide direction when it comes to monetary policy. Look at the exchange rate. Naira is just there. So what will be your recommendation for the new CBN governor as the year is, you know, is running out?
There's a need to look at the foreign exchange regime, interest rate, the lending rate, the ease of doing business are critical issues that need to be resolved. It's good to look for foreign direct investment. The president is moving across the globe doing a shuttle diplomacy to find a way to show foreign direct investment. But if the domestic environment is not conducive enough, foreign direct investment becomes a major challenge for investors who want to bring their investment into an unstable micro and macroeconomic environment that may not be sustainable for their investment options. So the CBN needs to fast track his decision in terms of how they can regulate interest rates, particularly food inflation, the ease of doing business, the foreign exchange regime that is a very difficult challenge for investments and local manufacturers.
I know you're one of those people clamoring for renewable energy. I've heard you severally talked about it, you know. So you have the floor now. What's your take on this initiative?
The renewable energy initiative is welcoming, and it must be sustainable. Just 2 days ago, John Kerry had another initiative from the US in partnership with the Ministry of Environment, pledging another $200 million towards renewable energy. I think in line with the 2021 Climate Change Act, these are welcoming developments. I think we're able to streamline this so that the energy transition works smoothly towards the 2030 benchmark. But what is important is that some of these investments that are being pledged must be utilized effectively towards achieving the energy transition initiative so that we can catch up with the rest of the world.